So many times caregivers are alone and they want to do their best, but they don't always have their tools. So this is the ultimate guide to support your girlfriend with MS, tools and techniques to help her manage multiple sclerosis. Kathi Million, thank you so much for joining me.
Hello, Angela. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here with you today.
All right. Well, we get to talk about a topic that's near and dear to your heart. I know we're going to talk about what's in the book, but first I want to talk about you. What led you to being the author of The Ultimate Guide to Support Your Girlfriend with MS?
Oh, wow. I thought we were going to talk about the book first. I've been through 20 years of a journey with MS. I was diagnosed in January of 2000. And when I was first diagnosed, I was a little disenfranchised with the traditional medical options that I had available to me. And so I began this healing journey, and I really began creating and developing all kinds of tools to really help me manage the symptoms of MS, and even slow and stop the progression of MS. And now I'm working on restoration of the physical abilities that I had lost during the most difficult times. And all through this journey, probably about 10 or 15 years ago, I realized I can't be going through this and not share it with everybody else. Like other people need to know about this. And so I've had this book bubbling up inside of me, that whole time.
And let's talk about the book. Who's it for? What's it about?
So the book is called The Ultimate Guide to Support Your Girlfriend with MS. And it's tools and techniques to help her manage the multiple sclerosis symptoms. And it's very, I really work on integrating traditional medical therapies with holistic therapies, because what I found during my journey was that we are whole beings. And in order to come back to a place of wholeness and wellness in our life, we need to address everything from the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, and energetic levels. And I believe that traditional medicine, there's a lot to be said about the amazing strides that they've taken in the past 50 years. And even in the last decade. And I think it's really important to get that message out that we need to integrate, and we really need to begin looking at the whole person to come to a place of wellness. We've done a great job with preventative care, but we really need to look at the whole being. And that's what I do in this book, is I provide the tools and techniques that have worked for me. There's hundreds of them that I still use them to this day. And I can tell also that I want to read like Carmen's book and Peggy's book. I mean, there's so many of these amazing authors that I have been honored to be a part of their team, and I can hardly wait. I know I'm going to be busy reading.
Yes. Well, you can get all the books below on this screen, wherever you're watching this playback, it's on the screen. And if you click fast enough, you will get these books for free. You can get them now, read them later. If you know somebody with MS, this is a great book to recommend to them or a caregiver. What do you think the role of a romantic partner or a relationship plays in a chronic illness? Is that a liability for a relationship? Can it be an asset? Can it bring you closer together, further apart? How do you see those two connecting?
That's a very, very good question. And it's a very challenging one. And I think it's kind of like the elephant in the room, like Peggy talked about, that, a lot of times caregivers get thrown into this role, okay, because they love this person who gets diagnosed with this disease. I call it a dis-ease. It's just your body's either at ease or dis-ease. And that's one of the things we talk about in the book, is coming back into a state of ease. And so when someone gets diagnosed with a chronic illness, there's many challenges that need to be overcome. And knowing how to do that is not really that easy. I mean, you can trust your gut instinct, but learning from someone else who's actually been there, done that, I think is a really powerful tool. And that's what this book does, is it gives these powerful tools for caregivers to use in their daily lives to make things better and to be able to really learn to live today, cherish yesterday, and dream tomorrow. And that's another big message that I bring in this book. We have to learn to live in the present moment. When we're anxious or regretful or feeling guilty or shameful, we're either living in the past, or if we're anxious, we're living in the future. And we need to learn to live in the moment. I think our society has become so busy and so many things to do all the time that we're always thinking in one or the other. And it's really a practice that we need to begin to consciously put into our daily routines to live in the moment. And that's kind of what I teach in the book.
Absolutely. Well, you have been doing all three of those things as you've written your book the last 3 months. Any thoughts you have on writing a book with chronic illness, using the difference process, using our team? Did you feel supported? Did you feel like this was something that was a fit for you?
Angela, I just have to thank you so much. I actually began seeing your YouTube ads about 2.5 years ago. I think I saw 4 or 5 of them over that period of time. And one of them had said, everyone has a book bubbling up inside of them, and most people just don't write it because they're hiding. And you had said it only takes 40 hours really or less to write a book, and many people spend thousands of hours, and all that extra time is really just them hiding. And I think authors who have a book that is very near and dear to their heart, and especially something that they have gone through personally and emotionally, it's challenging to come out and really bare our souls to others in order to help other people. And you have really given me the oomph to do that, the backbone, I guess, to believe in myself and to be able to come out and share from a heart level the story that I have to share. And I, even if I just touch one other person and make a difference with one other person in this world, it's all worth it. And especially because of the transformation that I've gone through during this process, that's been really huge. And the whole team has been a huge part of that. And I can't say enough about the difference process. You really have it nailed where it's succinct. There's, to-dos. I didn't have to think about what do I need to do next. I just had to focus on my timelines and getting each task done and moving on to the next one. And I'm also a perfectionist, so that was a huge part for me. I had to just do it and get it done.
And we did it. And there it is. Show it to people one more time. The Ultimate Guide to Support Your Girlfriend with MS, Tools and Techniques to Help Her Manage Multiple Sclerosis by Kathi Million. Congratulations on your book.
Thank you so much, Angela.